President Miles Sampa, who is going to lead this party. So, Chavinga wazitaya. Chavinga abepelefia. Awelele kwa RP, kuli Cosmo Mumba, akabe President na ena. Tuari iluila inopate. Ifu asangile mwatishanga mufi munumbupate. Vamuisa, valelete chongo, valeleta confusion. Chibochene na grupu ya wanakachinda, grupu ya ba Emmanuel Mwamba, grupu ya ba Mumba, Anton Mumba, all those are newcomers, they are founders. We suffered for this party. Let them leave Miles Sampa alone. I thank you.
Thank you. That was the Vice President of PF. Your petition, Mwapoka, Mukarete Central Committee, which will be holding next weekend. You've touched me. There's something you've said. I remember Michael Sata, hearing Michael Sata saying it with his own words. When people were telling him something to do, he didn't agree. He said, and he started mentioning the people who died on his party. I remember one old man in 2006 we had a rally in Mandevu and the tent fell off. Even Michael Sata, we had to rescue him. That was the day before elections. But the security man who was handling all that, he died. I keep remembering him. And many people, there was the lawyer, Wakangombe, and many others, too many to mention. And I remember Sata saying, Papati Apa, this party was formed in 2001. And Sata himself, even when he was being forced to anoint some people, or some people were forcing him to anoint them, his answer was always, Papati Apa, Parifuira Bantu, Avene Bakasala. That's what I'm saying also. This party called PF, Parifuira Bantu, will not have hijackers come from nowhere and hijack the party. I would rather die fighting for this party than allow it to hijack us from MMD. We defeated the MMD in 2011. They were very brutal. Some of the people we defeated then came when Sata died, but Chidilwan tried to hijack the party. The same one are still continuing. All those people that have been mentioned, look back to them. Where were they in 2011? You find they were in MMD, or they were employed under MMD in diplomatic service, or as he has said, they were in other smaller parties. Now they come, they want to push all of us they found. I'm not the only one. Wakufuna is not the only one. Wamonte is not the only one, or Vanasara. There are many people who suffered for this party and will not allow. Even Balungu, President Lungu is one of those that suffered for this party. That's why you see we handle him with care. But those Bamuisa who came after Sata died and they say want to take over this party, they will first have to kill me. Me, I'm willing to die than let this party be taken over by hijackers. It can be taken over by anybody who suffered for it, and with Sata for that matter, not hijackers. I've been on this fight to fight hijackers. It's only 60% done. Hijackers keep coming. They'll find me. Where I come from in Matero, we don't need any ammunition. We fight with knuckles. Only if they are willing to die, they should come and take me on. These ones you are mentioning, who think they can come and take on this party, just using tricks or whatever they think. And whoever is sponsoring them, they should get this message. Some of us are willing to die just to save this party from being hijacked by the people we defeated with Michael Sata in 2011. So if you were not there in 2011 when we defeated MMD and you want to take over, you will never. I'm even doing this. Let me read the statement I have for the media now, and it's a formal statement. This is the Patriotic Front PF year-end review and vision for 2024. So I called you the media, 2025. I called you the media to review what we've been through 2024 and what I'm hoping for in 2025 and 2026. When I say I mean the PF. This is year end, it's December, Christmas will be here in a few weeks. So we might as well start analyzing how the year was and what we're hoping for. Here we go. And after that, I'll take questions. As we conclude 2024, it is essential to reflect on our nation's journey and chart a path forward that addresses both immediate needs and long-term goals. As a responsible opposition, our commitment to offering constructive criticism and viable solutions is unwavering. Here are key areas that demand our attention. But before we do that, let me summarize what happened in 2024. 2024 overview, this year that is just about to end in about 2 weeks. 2024, it's been one of the most difficult years that Zambians have ever experienced due to power shortage coupled with poor planning from the UPND government. The 2024 budget was bankrupt. Budget you plan for the whole year, how you fund the Zambians. Because it had no money to be spent almost every other month of the year. Every other month of the year, the Ministry of Finance had no money to pay anyone because the budget where they were expecting to get money didn't come because they gave the money away as tax relief to the mine owners. And while the executive, the ministers and PSs flew around the world on business class tickets, attending this and that gathering, the other arms of government, namely the Judiciary and Parliament, were hardly funded and operated below approved work plans. Work plans for the Judiciary, for Parliament, could not be undertaken because the central government or Ministry of Finance was not funding those programs. They were just funding the ministries, ever flying around. The finance minister had to manufacture 2 extra supplementary budgets for Parliament approval within 2024. Supplementary means the money that was planned had finished and new money had to be realized for government to pay the financial obligations. Meantime, 2024, the cost of living was at its all-high time, with minimum prices surging to around 400 kwacha per 25 kg bag, which is beyond majority Zambians. And that is if you can find that bag of meal. It's not there in most shops now. The kwacha depreciated 13% from about 24 beginning of the year to about 27 where we are now. It might even end up 28 or 29 by end of December 31st. The cost of fuel, the cost of power, electricity, and water increased by 15% or so within 2024. And the cost of power, that is if you can even have the power. We're using a genset here. That's partly why this event has even taken an hour or so from the scheduled time of 14:30. Now it's about 15:30 or so because of power challenges. Can you imagine? This is just one event. What about many industries and many events that are supposed to turn the economy? Everything is going down and not up. In short, 2024 has been a very bad and extremely difficult year for all Zambians. The UPND government should not say, but it's not us, it's God. No, you are the leader. Wamutuku Lusale Wankonyo. You are the one who said you can plan. You are the one who said you had solution to the power. You said you had solution to the exchange rate or every difficult, the price of meal. So you're planning 3 years down the line. We expected to see a better trend in all these economic indicators. Fast forward, item 2, economic outlook for 2025. In 2025, Zambia faces challenging macroeconomic environment. The persistence of budget deficit due to increased recurrent expenditures, partly from hiring in sectors such as police, army, teaching and nursing, strains our financial resources. We keep saying how to create jobs it's not the job of government to create jobs. They should use private sector. They come and tell us, oh, we've employed so many soldiers, we've employed so many police. Only their relatives go there and ask their names. They can even tell you which minister they are related to. Those are, even the teachers they are employing, you just pick on one randomly, ask them who they are, you will find they are related to a minister or whoever. Those are not the kind of jobs we are talking about. We are looking for them. Those jobs were given. Every government from NIP, MMD, PF, it's given. They employ police, soldiers, teachers. It's standard. We want jobs created in the industry of manufacturing, created everywhere by private people, but they are not supporting the private people. On microeconomic level, stimulating small and medium enterprises, SMEs, can serve as catalysts for job creation, providing entrepreneurs with access to capital, easing regulatory burdens, red tape or bureaucracy, and fostering innovations are pathways to economic growth and employment. Encouraging investment in agriculture, technology, sustainable energy can further diversify our economy and reduce reliance on traditional sectors like mining. Number 3, youth employment, the Gen Z. I heard the president there talking about the Gen Z. The youths are the ones that put the UPND government into power. They took all their votes and denied Edgar Lungu and took them Chinku Piji to Edgar, to HH and UPND. Now they are the most disappointed. I meet them everywhere in the streets. Tinaruvyanya, Vanati Goma. They are all in regret. But here I am telling the UPND government that they have 2 years. And in these 2 years, they should address the youth unemployment. The youth unemployment is perhaps our greatest conundrum. With a rapidly growing population, creating jobs for millions of young Zambians is paramount. We must shift focus from public sector absorption to invigorating the private sector. From the public sector, we need to shift our focus to the private sector. Collaboration between the government and private enterprises to create apprenticeship programs and vocational training can equip youths with skills that align with market demands. Additionally, incentivizing startups, entrepreneurship will empower young people to drive economic progress. We warn that all talk and no action on job creation for the youths, it will be the clear red card for the UPND government. If they continue to just talk about creating jobs for the youth and not creating the actual jobs in action, that will be a clear red card for the UPND government. They still have 2 years to deliver on this promise. This is 2024. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be in 2025. They will have almost a year. So they have to make a plan to provide jobs to the youths. Item 4, ladies and gentlemen and colleagues and everyone joining us online. Let me now touch on the geopolitics improvements. What do we want to see going forward? Not going forward. What do we want to see in the future, in 2025, in the next 2 weeks? On the geopolitics front, Zambia has made strides in enhancing its international standing. Zambia is looked at as world class on the international standing, opening doors for foreign investments and diplomats partnership. Investors are coming, and that's why you see the likes of Hollywood stars. Who's this chap who came, this old man, who's been married 26 times? What's his name? Steve Harvey, yes, one of the people I've been following. You see them coming, and you see more coming. They're all coming to Zambia. They are hearing good things about Zambia. And you should question yourself. Steve Harvey came, landed at the airport, straight to State House, back in his private jet, and he flies. What did he come to do? Tourism? Tourism, but he didn't go to see the Victoria Falls. Because everyone comes to see the Victoria Falls. No, you should question yourself what he came to do. I know what he came to do. But did he come to, maybe he just came to greet the president. I'll leave it at that. Or maybe he came to see a girlfriend. Or maybe he came to see a boyfriend. No, the question is, we're all asking, what did he come to do? Or maybe he just came to check on our minerals. It's good they are all coming, but it should be clear what they are coming to do. If you are in tourism, at least visit the Lower Zambezi. Not just land, go to see the president. You don't even greet the people of Kalingalinga or anywhere, or check on our markets to see how we live. He's a multi-millionaire. And back from a meeting there, not even Ukuliako Kabwali, not even sleeping in a hotel, back into his jet and flies back. Ask yourself what he came to do. Remember the scandal of God, how it happened. Let me move on. We need to maintain, Zambia is maintaining strong relationship with global partners, and this will ensure that Zambia remains competitive in attracting foreign direct investment, facilitating technology and transfers, and participating in global trade. These international stars and we welcome them to Zambia, but they should come and leave change, visit orphanage, donate, do this and that. When former President George Bush came to Zambia, I was MP for Matero, we took him to George Clinic there, and that's how come the Americans started funding that clinic. But we have these private individuals like Steve Harvey, they just come, they don't check on our problems and they go. That's the problem, but we welcome them. Ladies and gentlemen, item 5, intra-political parties democracy. And now come home, the issues back home in Zambia, from talking about issues from international investors coming to Zambia. We welcome them and want them to come, but they should interact with everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, the Constitution of Zambia, Article 60, demands that all political parties in Zambia should elect or re-elect leaders implicitly towards a general election. We have noted, so the Constitution of Zambia, Article 60 says, all political parties, they need to frequently have an election to elect new leaders, so that there's no wamuyaya of people staying on one political party and imposing themselves as leaders. So there should be general elections within any political party of Zambia. We have noted a number of political parties recently hold their congresses or conventions or general conferences, and they have elected leaders accordingly. We therefore wish to pass our congratulations to the Citizens First Party of Wadi Kalaba. They held their congress and he was elected. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the Socialist Party and the Zambia Must Prosper, they also held their congresses and got leaders elected, including their leader. Our party, the PF, the Patriotic Front, created in 2001 by Michael Sada, held its extraordinary general conference last year on the 24th of October 2023, and he elected the party president, yours truly speaking, because there was a vacancy. The constitution of PF says when the president of the party dies, hold an extraordinary general conference to elect a new president. That's what happened in 2014, and the President Edgar Lungu was elected. It also says when the president of the party resigns, hold an extraordinary conference to replace him. That's what happened. President Edgar Lungu, in his own wisdom, after losing 2021 election, he resigned, and there was a vacancy, and that's how the general conference extraordinary was held, and Miles Sampa was elected by a representative from all the provinces. Other than that, there's no other time where a president of the PF should be replaced. It should be either when they have died or when they have resigned. So Miles Sampa has not died because I'm speaking. Ushenimfwa. Since I was elected, Nashta resigned. So under the PF constitution, there's no room for Miles Sampa to be replaced. Miles Sampa remains the PF president from 2024, 5 years, at 5 years, Vanasarang Mashta at 5 for Nishinga.
30.
2024, 2023 plus 5.
2028.
Okay. So 2028, that's when there will be a vacancy in the office of president for the PF. We therefore hereby urge and remind other political parties, including the UPND, to abide by Article 60 of the Constitution of Zambia and hold conventions to elect or re-elect their leaders before the 2026 general elections. If they don't hold the elections to elect their leader, we'll petition them when they put their candidates for president then. That is what?
That is illegal.
Okay. But Charlotte says it's illegal if you don't hold elections. So any leader you see saying I'm a party president, you should ask them, when were you elected? Ladies and gentlemen, let me now go to the elephant in the room in our Republic of Zambia. And that's item 6 in my statement, which is the judiciary and governance concerns. The judiciary and governance concerns. As we end 2024 and we look into 2025, we are anticipating that in the dawn of 2025, it is crucial to address pressing issues within our governance structure, particularly with the judiciary. This week, on the 10th of December 2024, we witnessed a deeply concerning development: the application of the legal principle of res judicata in a manner that will undermine justice in Zambia. This principle intends to prevent the reopening of cases already charged. It's now being manipulated to suit the interests of those in power, allowing successful administrations to revisit and alter judicial outcomes at will. In other words, there will be laws for each party in power. And very sadly for the UPND, the bench is being presided over by tribal inclinations. This trend poses a significant threat to the rule of law and judiciary independence. As an opposition leader, it would be easy to view such developments as advantageous to my political party, the Patriotic Front, considering the potential for past grievances to be addressed in our favor. It's not a secret that me and my older brother have been pulling and pushing. My older brother is President Edgar Lungu, former president. We've been pulling and pushing. But when there's injustice that's been done, it's the country that comes first. However, personal and partisan gains must not eclipse the broader implications for justice and democracy in Zambia. Wrong is wrong, regardless of who stands to benefit. And this development could chart a dangerous course for our nation's future. As the Archbishop Banda of Lusaka keeps saying, what is wrong is wrong. There's no two ways about it. To give you an example of how wrong the Constitution is ruling on the 10th ward, here's a scenario. Whatever they did, but let me ask you this scenario. Imagine a scenario where, because now there's technology, there's artificial intelligence, someday enables the resurrection of former president of PF and the Republic of Zambia, King Cobra Michael Sata, just comes back, who the current administration relinquish power simply because of his unexpected return. Imagine that now, imagine this one, close to your heart. Those of you married, that ruling, that's what it means. Imagine that now a divorced wife or a divorced husband arrives to chase away the current wife, who is also legally married to you, because the divorce has been overturned by the court that granted the same divorce 5 years ago. Anasara, ngamwali ukwama chika divorce. Then aba mafunde ba pera ruling ati divorce yachika na ba former husband benu. Mwakwa kumbi. Then bali ba court basana twafibwesha. Bali ba husband benu bachiri ba husband. Chapanga sensicho.
Tachikwete amanu echo bakoti teba mufishawo. Abo bakuisa beba boma abo.
This is what happened by the court first ruling that Edgar Lungu is eligible for 2021. Then down the line for political expediency in 2024, they say, okay, he was eligible then in 2021, that's why he stood. But now we are changing our mind, we are turning it. He's not eligible for 2026, so he's illegal. So he was legal in 2021. What if he had won as president of Zambia? He would still be president of Zambia. He was going to be an illegal president. So now they say, oh, you lost, but we allowed you to stand. We said it was legal. Manje isebeni na very convenient, tavichinja. You were illegal then, kuyambila lero. Kuntangu sunga emili. Vipanga sense. Unamusi ya mkazi kudala na wakoti wasabone na wakamba vasila vikwati. Wakwatila na wina ngudeni wakoti bene wavichinja. Akali mkazi wako. Nishumu waparamo na wana wali 6. Vingapanga sense. Ndiye vichitika pano, ndiye vidipo pano pankani yatu Mzambia. This hypothetical situation underscores the perils of tampering with establishing judicial decision, as it could lead to chaos and destabilization. The current government must recognize the critical flaws in its approach, driven by fear of losing power. All that is driven by fear of losing power. And I know about losing power or gaining power. The more you fear about losing power, the more it becomes easier to lose power. These Zambians, they may not be educated. They can see. The more you are fearing, you are going to get omufuna cha nikufuna yo gero, but niyo ponganikana. You think angakuvomele? Nishuwe mwino lupe confidence. Uzinkala kwa mwanga ya ufika, nikufuna, you know, wanivomela kudala cheti kule pizza. Uzaona na ya vomela. Manje hawaika po manta. Ndiye vonse bani wambo chita ina manta. The more they put manta of losing power in 2026, the more even their chances go down. It is imperative that all leaders, present and future, commit to protecting the integrity of our legal institution and the principles of fairness and justice. We've been in power before. Everything you do come to visit you one day. And I'm reminding them, whatever they are doing that is wrong, be it in the judiciary, be it in the ministries, be it in parliament, anywhere, the records are recording. It will come and visit you one day. We urge the government to reconsider its stance and put the interest of the nation above partisan politics. Zambia is not about PF, it's not about MMD, it's never been about UNIP, and it will never be about UPND. Zambia is not about a political party. Political parties come and go. Who knew that UNIP would come and go? 2027, they were in there for 27 years. Even us in PF, Guy Scott, our old man, said, no, we'll be there for 50 years. Where are we? We're there for 10 years. I'm hearing they are saying, no, a church will be there, paka 20 chakutu, paka 20 fendera uko, paka 2050. No. Power is in the hands of the people. and it's not in the hands of those who are holding it. So whatever we do, bear in mind, you can lose power or you can still retain power if you sell yourselves properly to the people of Zambia next 2 years. Ask the people of Botswana, they will tell you. The party there that won had no money. They were not even holding rallies. The ruling party, they were all over dancing with all the musicians, holding rallies. And us who are watching and saying, they've already won. Kashibantu, they're just waiting for that day. Election day came, the ruling party lost all constituencies. Out of 60, they were now in a check 3. Their manager, opposition, even and drama, they got all the votes. Mauritius was next. Nakweve kuja, opposition beat the ruling parties. 2 days ago, Ghana, Nakweve kwenza lebwele lapo. John Mahama, and the president, mu 2019, achokapo bamuina, kuli ado president. 5 years bantu baona tuyali poklibe banachita, uja bwela, my votes yonse bapasa ujana enze abwelelapo eve. In Zambia here it is, President Lungu also. Me, I don't care who leads Zambia, as long as they are doing the good things for the people of Zambia, and as long as the people of Zambia want them. So if the people of Zambia wanted Edgar Lungu, me, I had no problem with it. Manje na wambela manta, bachita mingaloto zao. Ladies and gentlemen, as I move to item 7, I only have 9 items. Item 7 is grand corruption.